is a flame of fire. On his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself.
Also, we're going to possess the remnant of these other nations, man. Especially the Ishmaelites. Go to Isaiah chapter 44 and verse 8. All right, go to Isaiah chapter 44 and verse 8. Go to Psalm chapter 96 and verse 7. I mean, they're waving their flags. They're praying to a false god, man. But I pray they keep getting destroyed over there in that Middle East, man. Here's what you got.
There's a God beside me.
Is there a God beside Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua? Yeah, there is no God. What the Lord say?
Yeah, there is no God.
There are multiple gods.
Yeah, there is no God.
There is no God besides Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Don't worry about them. They're not going to do anything. Allah's not protecting them.
Right.
They want to fight us, but they don't want to pick up a gun.
Right.
They want to fight us, but they don't want to pick up a gun.
Right.
Don't fight the alien forces. Don't fight the alien forces. Yeah, don't fight the alien forces.
Keep on making like you blonde. Or with a nigga fine. Tuck him on his belly like a snake. And watch how he swirl. Put him on a floor like white t-shirts. I heat up his arm. Take your Jeep off straight up off that breather. Pick him like a needle. White man got you lost in all his theories. Big bang like Vegeta. I still drink the milk that's in his word. Boy, I'm still a teether. I go here a little, there a little. I act like a teacher. Like the days of Noah came to rain. With the truth of flood. Keep that steak up on that grill and no cause me no eat no blood. You so shit man's blood. By your man. Your blood gon' be shed. He ain't believe the prophets when we spoke. Now that nigga dead. Recompenses on all of these nations. Prices on their head. Feeling like I'm shooting laser tag. But these infrareds. If we playing Gauntlet, I ask questions straight for what I read. If we playing Gauntlet, I ask you heard what I said. I think that's Satan. Let that text on red. Like a dog, my life that Esau friends is dead.
All the praises and the honor goes to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Rechaha Kodash, and double honors to the elder apostles and even the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Honors as well to you brethren, you fellow believers of this faith, even you few sisters, and shalom to the elect. I was actually inspired to do this video, inspired by the video of Elder Apostle Tahar, who actually responded, which I didn't see, but I actually just checked it out, of the elder brother Karataza, I believe is his name, GMS Vegas Sit Down 144. And the first thing came to my mind, this was hard to watch. I've done a lot of videos, and this is probably one of the hardest videos to watch. You know, the mindset and the behavior of us. Hosea 4 and 6, our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. We always think that's talking about a whole bunch of other people outside of the truth, but that can also be talking about us. So, yeah, it was disturbing to watch that clip. I actually went to their channel, and then they had the rap music playing, right? And the first thing came to my mind is just looking at the titles, right? Let me see if I can find the title real quick. The first thing came to my mind is all of this Wi-Fi, and we have no hatred towards Wi-Fi, but we try to correct them. This is not a behavior of Great Millstone, okay? Palestinian protesters come and surround Hebrew Israelites, Royal Rumble. You know, this is all it is, you know, to a lot of these Israelites. When you titling these videos, I know, because when years back when we came in, before we did lives, we had those titles. You try to get the viewers, and you make a controversial title, and it's like it's feeding the media, right? This is what brings in the revenue, feeding the media, showing that, hey, we're a so-called black group, we're Israelites. I don't want to say black group, but we're Israelites, so-called black, and we're making a stand in a so-called revolution in America. And then you got to keep feeding the media. You got to keep feeding your audience, because what happens is like drugs. You take some, you get high, and then you need more, and then you need more, and you can't get enough. So you go and you try to find more drama, like TNT, like the internet. I don't know. I see videos titled Edom gets cut 50 times over with the sword of the Lord. And where's that in the scriptures, man, that we're supposed to be behaving like that? Right? So I agree totally with Elder Apostle Tahar's statement, talking about these younger Jakes, and they're just running wild. The child left to himself. They're just running wild. Let's get a scripture real quick. This is Proverbs 20 and 29. This is another scripture came to my mind when the elder apostle brought that out. It says, the glory of young men is their strength, and the beauty of old men is their gray head. Now, I remember a while back reading a story, I think it was about Rehoboam, and he didn't want to listen to the older men. He wanted to listen to the younger counsels, right? So we all know how that worked out. There's a reason why you have elders set up. In fact, Apostle Paul, when you go into scriptures, he set up elders of the churches. Right? So let's go into a commentary on this just to get some more clarification. It's not so much about having gray hair, but it does say, it says, let me just get to it. The suggesting the possession of experience and wisdom. It is the fault of the aged, therefore, if they do not receive the honor due to them, and this arises from their not having so spent their youth and middle age as to make their old age vulnerable. So, if you don't grow up with wisdom, this is why you're supposed to learn. And what these guys do, they take a little bit from elders, right? And then they go become their own elders and teachers. And then they'll go back and reference Zabak, Elder Zabak, and reference him as an elder, but they're not really following the manner of the footsteps of Priest Zabak, right? One West, or any Israelite group that has some kind of sense. Now, there's one thing to get into a fight because you've been teaching. It has, people come up and altercations take place. That's one thing. But, and then when you go to the history of what happened to the Palestinians as well, which there's Israelites mixed amongst the Palestinians, you would think they would say, well, wait a minute, they've been out year after year prophesizing the downfall of Edom, but then they talk about the Palestinians. And a lot of them converted over to Islam just as we did. If you go through the history, it's crazy, man. So now you're going to have, certain sect of groups of the other nation sitting back laughing at this, Even when you read the book of John, the 8th chapter, I'm not going to get into it. Before Abraham was, I was. He told him that. And they start throwing sticks and rocks at him. And he got up and got out of there. And these brothers, they said, well, it was only a few of us. And we came out clean on the other side, basically. It's a blessing that they made it through that. But that wasn't necessary. And what got done? The audience got fed their entertainment. Okay? That's all that happened. The audience got fed their entertainment, man. Romans 13 and 13. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying. Scriptures tell you that, man. So let's go into not in rioting. It says a nocturnal or riotous possession of half drunken and frolicsome fellows who after supper parade through the streets with torches and music in honor of Bacchus or some other deity, right? And sing and play before the houses of male and female friends, right? So when you see this behavior, you're doing this for the audience. You're doing it for the people. You got the music, the rap music playing. You know, you're doing the same damn thing, man. This is not for the Lord. This is not of the Lord. Let me say that. This is not of the Lord, man. And you can see this scripture tells you how to behave and how to walk in His truth. Okay, now that word frolicsome means playful or sportive, right? Sportive, of relating to a sport, right? It's crazy, man. It goes back to wanton, merciless, and humane. That's what all this means. Merciless, humane, and chambering and wantonness, strife. Let's go to drunkenness. Okay, it's just say intoxicated, which, you know, some get intoxicated off of doctrine or off of the media, social media. Wantonness, which means unmerciless, unbridled lust, excess, right? Outrageous shamelessness. Come on, man. This is out of order. This is completely out of order. It saddened me to watch that. So it's not like I just wanted to jump and do a video on this particular thing. But it must be told, it must be said that this is not the behavior of being the Hebrew Israelites. You know? We're not supposed to walk in the carnal mind. That's for the other nations. You basically, in Scripture says, answer not a fool according to his folly, like, unless thou be like unto him. You basically just like unto them. They come up and say something to you, and you're going to say, forget Allah and this and that. You're supposed to be trying to convert an Israelite. How do you know that some of them wasn't Israelites? And they was in the spirit of rioting anyway. I don't know, man. This is Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble kingdoms to pour. Hear what it says? That I will gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation. So just like you have the elect who's going to come out of all these nations, you're going to have different Israelites who come out of all, who's going to be assembled out of these nations, and these kingdoms are going to be assembled, right? So you just can't go out there. You're supposed to be in this truth to go out there and reach the elect who may be amongst them. That's crazy. To pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Now some of you jakes, you got families, you got children, right? You got wives. And yes, it's about faith, but it's not about stupidity. This is why you're supposed to walk honestly, not in a riotous, drunkenness spirit. You may not make it home. And then when you go to the spirit world, it's like, well, what the heck was you doing? All you had to do was teach and wait on the Son of Man. That's crazy. I don't think I had much to say on this video. It's just, it's very disturbing. And I didn't like to see that. And the Jake face is all bloody. And what did they accomplish? Maybe some more exciting media coverage. More butter for the popcorn.